so freaking fun.
Hi everyone, and thank you all for joining me in on this episode of Fishing with Sea Bass. Today, me and my little brother Saver will be targeting sockeye salmon here on the Columbia River at Brewster Pool. You ready to catch some fish, Saver?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Woo! Ready, Saver? Let's go.
Yes.
This video is brought to you by Silverhorn Gold Star. Best Buy Test.
Our pro-cured shrimp, dyed pink. We're just gonna take this half of a shrimp and cut it in half, like that, and then take our little hoochie here from Silverhorn Gold Star, thread it on the top hook twice, then go to the back hook, just thread it straight on like that. Also put a little bit of pro-cured shrimp scent in there, as long as the dye. And let's see, fishies. 56 feet of water. Oh, look at that right there. Fish catching action. We're gonna put this down at, let's do 25 to 30 feet first. So this is the back rod. This will be, let's go 27. And then we will adjust when we see fishies on the fish finder. Just like that. That action right here. This one will be in front of the boat. Put this at 30 to 35 feet. Let's go 32. Saver, put that in the rod holder up there. And we're gonna put this about 15 feet behind the downrigger ball. So, got 14 on there. Bam. Try and keep the hook straight. All right. This. Already fishing this feed. Oh, not yet. We'll just put this at 30 feet for now. We're fishing. See right here. Real. Okay, keep the line tight. Keep real. Okay, oh. It's okay. We're just strolling along here, probably like not even 15 minutes. Just got up here. We just got a double on. My cameraman, Dad over there, forgot to record or didn't press the record button, but we got 2 sockeye. Woohoo! Good job, Saver. Excitement. Come on, high five. High five. Good job. Nice little sockeye number 1. Got that one off the downrigger, and then I was trying to help Saver net his fish, and that rod up here, this guy absolutely demolished it. Sockeye number 2. Got that little tiny Silverhorn Gold Star, kind of squid plankton. My little blade on there. Let's see if I can open these pliers. There we go. Oh my god, this is so freaking fun. Okay, let me tell you. No, come back here, come back here. Up to the left, behind you, towards Daddy, There you go. Woo! Ah, sockeye number 3.
Oh, random again.
Good net job, Saver. You see how I did that? So you bring it up close to the boat, and then right when he settles down, you lift up the rod and we'll pop it up. Hey, that's split milk. See it? Oh, there, buddy.
Split milk. Hi, I watch your videos all the time. I love it.
You guys have any luck?
Yeah, we got 3 so far back to back. They're out here. I learned a lot from him. See him fishing here a couple years ago on that tandem Hobie. Learned a whole bunch of tips from him. Awesome guy. Chill. Okay, update for you guys. I just got all the rods set back in the water. That third fish that we caught broke off one of the hooks, so we had to change it out. That was on a little wiggle hoochie. Pretty much all lures are biting right now because I got one on a wiggle hoochie with a longer Silverhorn Gold Star squid. I got one on a little plankton from Silverhorn Gold Star. And then one on my Mr. Wormy blade. All pink squids. We're trolling up to this, probably a couple 100 feet below this dock that's up here along Brewster Pool. And we're gonna turn around and troll back down. That guy's got a fish on. We got all the rods, line counter at 27 feet deep. That's where we're seeing most of these fish be caught at. Well, I mean, we got a double and then a fish right after that when we were messing around. But yeah, we're about to troll back down here. Whole buttload of boats catching a whole buttload of sockeye. Where's Evan? There you go. Keep pressing on. And good thing about that clip, it just comes right off and you got a fish. There's no guessing. He's right there. Pull up. Alright, no, let him run, let him run.
Whoa!
There you go. Whoa! Keep your rod up. Keep your rod up, okay? There you go. Okay, stop. Pull up. You reel a little bit down. Reel a little more. Pull up. Oh.
She's got a spider.
Just wear him out a little bit. Ready? Pull up. Pull. Pull up. Fishy number 4. Two more fish to go. Woohoo! Good job, Caesar. Yeah!
Our second fish.
Your
Second
second
fish.
fish.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. It's your turn now.
Yep.
So far, this Pro-Cure shrimp has been doing really good. You know what cure it is? It is just the Pro-Cure Fused Salmon Blend. I just threw in for dye. And then I threw in a little bit of Pro-Cure shrimp sauce on there. The water-soluble one, just to get a little bit extra shrimpy scent. And that is a ticket here for sockeye out in Brewster Pool in the Columbia. I smell someone using garlic.
Fun, honey?
Yeah.
How much fish you caught?
2. The limit.
So we just turned around here. We're going back downriver towards this weird little structure is where our starting point is. And it's just a, you know, really short quarter-mile stretch that we're just fishing. Fishing in about 40 to 50 feet of water. Try to go in towards the shore more around the 40-foot line and fish about 20 feet deep, 20 to 30 feet deep. But we're fishing. There's people catching fish. Most of these boats are going upriver. They just caught a fish. But everything's going good. All we gotta do now is just catch my dad's limit and we'll be done for the day in less than 2 hours, hopefully. Not even 2 hours, like an hour.
Half an hour.
Half an hour. No, it's been past half an hour now. Get him! Jump in the net for you. Don't lay it out there. Scuba, 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 scuba. There you go. Keep up, again.
Baby girl. That's a lot better.
Oh. This next fish.
What's that?
A little less than half an hour or so. Had a couple major events happen. Had one boat run into another boat with a downrigger boom. Not fun. It was like 2 boats away from me. So that could have been me. Just gotta be a little bit smarter when you're out here driving and trolling within all these people. Gotta know what you're doing. But we're almost at a spot where we're gonna turn around and troll down. There's still people catching fish, but not as many as, you know, daybreak right when we got out here. All we need is one more fish and my dad will reel that fish in. So that is probably what you will see next. Chugging along.
What?
Bigger fish. Very hyper fish. Taking up time a lot.
We're under.
Woo!
Yay!
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Good job, Saber. I got a weird grip on the fish. We did it, you guys. We just limited out. We got our 6 fish. Now we're gonna head back to the boat launch and bob and weave through all these boats so we can head down, but we're all done. Woo! Time to head home. Have fun, eh? Alrighty guys, so we got done fishing early today. We finished in under 2 hours and we're just pull off to the side here along the bank.
And I wanted to give you guys a little bit more in-depth on what gear we're using to make our sockeye trip today out in the Columbia and Brewster Pool a successful trip. So our first rod that we're going to talk about, this is my downrigger rod. This is a 8-foot ultra light action Berkley Lightning rod with a Abu Garcia line counter reel on it. 15-pound leader, or 15-pound main line. We're going to go to our Dodger here. We got B-chain swivel, so it'll take out all the extra line twist. Snap swivel, so you can change in and out Dodgers. And we have our Magic and Pride right here, our 6-inch Silverhorn Gold Star Dodger. We got the silver tape on the front, just normal, no tape on the back. We got 12 inches of leader to our Silverhorn Gold Star Hoochie right there with my little plastic lure on there. And then after that, we'll tip it off with a little bit of Pro-Cure shrimp on there. So this is pretty much our downrigger setup that we're using today. I'll give it a little more in depth here soon, and we'll talk about our long lining setup here. We had 1 downrigger rod and 2 long lining setups. So this is a normal 8-foot medium action rod with a line counter reel on it. Go ahead and unhook it, or maybe not, it's stuck. Go up here, we got a couple of beads to a little slider right here where we're gonna put a 6-ounce cannonball right on there. I saw some other people using a little bit lighter, 2 to 3 ounces, but I wanted a heavier weight so I can get precisely where I wanted it to be. A little bit of leader to a all silver 00 Silverhorn Gold Star Dodger with no tape on it. Again, more swivel so it's easy to change out. And we have a little bit longer leader here. This looks like more 15-16 inches. It's a little Wigahoochie and a Silverhorn Gold Star squid. And that right there is our long lining setup. We have 2 of these set up. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about, yesterday's fishing and today's fishing. Today's fishing, I'm running all smaller Dodgers, 6-inch Dodgers with a little bit shorter leader. But yesterday when I was fishing, just to test out, test out gear, these fish wanted a lot bigger Dodgers. And this right here is what I was using yesterday. This is the 8-inch Silverhorn Gold Star Dodger that I was using. And this is what I caught all my fish on yesterday. But when I threw this on today, I wasn't catching that many fish. I was catching fish on the smaller Dodgers. And all the other people that I saw out there that were using some of these bigger Dodgers weren't catching fish. It was all the people with the smaller ones and the smaller presentations. So one thing to keep in mind and one thing to get out of this is always make sure that you're prepared and you have all the proper gear needed, because you need to be able to switch up and change to what these fish want. Because yesterday these fish wanted a lot bigger presentations, but today they wanted smaller. Maybe because it's the amount of boats out there, maybe because, they're less aggressive today. You never know. You always want to be prepared and make sure to change up to what these fish want. And as you can see here, I not only have a whole variety of Dodgers here, but I also got my Fishing Jing leaderboard with a whole variety of styles of squids. I got some of the smaller plankton Silverhorn Gold Stars. I got some of the bigger ones. I got different colors, different options for these fish to choose from. And whenever I start out the day, I throw out something different. And once I catch a fish on that setup, multiple fish on that setup, I move towards, what that setup looks like. So today I had out a bigger flasher and a smaller flasher. The fish like the smaller one. I switched over to that side. So this is just things you want to kind of keep in mind when you're out there fishing, especially with salmon, because they're really finicky and they can, choose a variety of options. So that is pretty much it. The depth I was fishing at for the long lining rods, I had these out 27 feet on the line counter, and the downrigger anywhere from 20 to 30 feet deep, fishing along the 40-foot line way over there in Brewster Pool. I think that's it. I want to give a huge shout out and sponsor for this video, Silverhorn Gold Star. I want to thank Kelly and Barrett Morrison so much for making this trip possible. I looked everywhere for flashers. I couldn't find any. I asked Kelly and Barrett, and they sent all these awesome flashers for me to use. So this video is brought to you by Silverhorn. Thank you so much, Kelly and Barrett. You guys are absolutely awesome and made this trip possible. Thank you. But that's it, you guys. Sockeye salmon out on the Columbia River and Brewster Pool.
Couldn't get any better.
I want to thank you all for joining me in on this episode of Fishing with Sea Bass. We had an absolute awesome time out fishing for sockeye salmon on the Columbia River here at Brewster Pool. You have fun today, Xavier?
Yeah.
Awesome. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Woo!